Hi, everybody. It's Gypsy, and welcome to On the Edge of Appalachia. So, I wanted to address a comment I received on my video that I did about keeping an inventory of the food that you have canned. So, this person, now this is a topic we discuss in my canning group also. This person mentioned, and sorry about the traffic, this person mentioned that I should not keep the rings on my jars because the seal could break and I would never know. Now, when you give like jams or jellies to friends and families, you always leave the ring on, because they're not going to use the whole thing at one time, so they're going to want to put the lid back on, and you have to secure it with a ring. Now, because I do this with all of my food for convenience sake, I have very small living space, not much storage. So to have all these rings in another place would be difficult for me. And so when I take it out, it's just having everything in one place helps. But here is what I do, because you do need to be careful of what this woman did point out to me. She's correct on that. What I do is, when I take jars out of my canner, I set them on a towel on my countertop, and I keep them there for 24 hours. I don't touch them, I just leave them there. After 24 hours, what I do is I remove the rings, and then I test the lids to make sure they have a seal. If they don't have a seal, it's bye-bye, or it goes in the fridge, and depending on what it is, we eat it right away. If the seal is good, I put the ring back on, and then I put it in my pantry. Okay? Now, when I go to open the drawer to use it, I always check the seal. Now, of course, you can't help but check the seal, because when you go to take that lid off, if it's sealed, you're going to have a hard time opening it. In fact, my adult son told me the seal is so good on the jars, he has trouble getting them open. So I said, good, that's the way it should be. So I always check for that. I check them before I put them away, and then when I take them out, I check them. I prefer to leave my lids on, or my rings on. And, whatever is convenient for you and works best for you, do that. But always make sure the seal is a good seal before you eat that food. If it's been a long period of time. If you have just canned it the previous day and you found the seal's not good, you could eat it or put it in the refrigerator, eat it later. But don't put it in your pantry. So, that's how I do it. I'm always checking those seals, though. I do. And I do that just for, small space, and for me to go and get something, open a jar, not finish it, and then I have to go find a ring. Sometimes I have days where it's hard for me to walk because of my injury, and it's just it's easier and more convenient for me, but I am not trying to poison my family or myself. I always check. I do. But if you do better with the rings off, that's fine too. Okay, but it all comes down to that seal. Is that seal good? There's always a chance, with or without the ring. You put that jar up in the cupboard after you are done, canning it. There's always a chance it could pop up and not be sealed. So regardless, I always check the seal. When I take the ring off and I go to lift that lid, if it doesn't give me a hard time, if there's no resistance, it wasn't a good seal. Also, that's I always want to call it a bubble or a button at the center of the lid. If that has give to it, it's not sealed. Okay, so a good seal is an adult man. He has trouble getting it open. So I just wanted to address that. I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.